give me a little bit of that information in English and him being a part of the race or not?
Well, I believe that rider is really a friend of the Grand Prix, both Montreal and Quebec. This is the only World Tour event that we have in North America, and I believe that rider like it very much. The two course, difficulties and everything are good for rider, but again, we always have to take into consideration that he has to be healthy in September, because you don't come in Quebec and Montreal, just being there and going slowly around the course. The battle is always fierce. It's terrific. I mean, it's difficult, but we believe that rider will be here if he is healthy, because it's a little bit rider's digital race.
Okay. Yeah, Serge, I think we put the answer before the question here. Earlier, the question was posed in French. Would Ryder Hesjedal be there in September in Quebec and Montreal? And you were saying it's difficult to make these announcements 2-3 months in advance, and it's not quite honest to pretend that somebody's going to be there.
Yes, but what I have to say, if Ryder is healthy, because Ryder won't ride the Tour d'Espagne, let's look at it. If he's healthy, Ryder will be here, I'm sure, because he will have a chance to win. When he lost in Quebec City, it was just a question of split-second decision, waiting, looking back, and Vertler just passed through. But I believe that Ryder loved, to ride in Canada, and I don't see why our best Canadian fleet wouldn't be here. And again, the relationship we have between ourselves and Ryder and his team are quite great. And if he decides not to ride for any kind of reason, I will also respect his decision. I won't base these two events on who's there. I won't fall into what I call the star system trap of who are the big riders that are coming. I want to have the best rider. Because one thing could happen. Any rider, including Hesjedal, could feel at the end of August that he's not fit to win this race, and instead, or he decide to help the new leader, the one that will be, target to win the race, or he will say, Serge, I respect too much, your race and everything. I won't go there just to make, an appearance. And I respect too much the sport and the athlete to play that kind of game. I will never fall into that trap.
Okay, that sounds good. Also, I was hoping we could just go over in English some of the things you were saying in French about the UCI and the renewal of these events.
Yes, what happened? You have a rule at the UCI that after 2 years of existence, you may have the privilege to ask a renewal of your license. We use that privilege.
We're talking about the license for the Quebec City and the Montreal.
Yes, Quebec and Montreal, because you have more and more cities that are asking to be part of the World Tour. It's exploding. It will be in Brazil, in London, in Russia, 2 new races in China. Then you will have, to watch out not to lose your license and to make sure that you'll be, on the top, of the world with this competition. We have the UCI like very much what we did, because we were the first one to invest a lot to convince most of the people that it was time that cycling was, going around the world and not staying uniquely in Europe.
Yeah, because there's only Australia with the Tour Down Under and this, and those are the only 2 World Tour events outside of Europe.
Yes, but you have China now.
China now? Okay.
Well, 2 races in China, Australia. Now you will have Brazil soon from now. You will have Moscow.
Okay.
Then it's becoming quite, worldwide. You can make a parallel with Formula One when Bernie Ecclestone started saying we have to move left and right. And because of that, the UCI want to thank us, saying thank you. People from Quebec to have organized such a race. And the big thing was to have the riders voting for you, not the UCI, not the Olympic Committee. It's the riders that have decided that, yes, we like it. And these are the guys that made our race, and these are the guys that support us a lot. The way they were riding, the way they were reacting to the traveling. It's tough. I mean, you travel 7 hours and everything, but it's not China. But for me, this race is the riders' race as well. When you ask me, do you think that rider will participate at Jeddah in September? It's not my race. It's riders' race. It's all the riders' race. Do it whatever you want with it, gentlemen. I'm just myself the servant of these athletes, wonderful athletes, and that's all.
Okay, that's good, Serge. I'm just wondering if we can return to the question of the license renewal for a minute. You said that there should be some news soon.
Yes, we were in front of the sport committee of the UCI just last Friday. We were with the group that organized the Tour de France, the Tour de Spain, and all these people. Then we had our presentation last Friday. President Adorni of the committee phoned us and said it was a very good presentation. And they said, we hope that we will have more competition and organization at your level. It will be wonderful. This is a kind of an answer of what then we will secure this race for the years to come.
Any idea when the confirmation might come?
I believe that it should be this week.
This week?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a trial, you never know.
Okay.
Hello. How are you?
David, how you doing?
Yes, good. Thank you for being there. Yes?
Sorry.
No,
You
please.
okay? There was a big increase from year 1 to year 2. How do you expect it to be in year 3 now, and sort of how it's gaining popularity?
Well, first of all, you have to look at it 2 ways. If you look at it the Canadian way, you cannot have an organization, I believe, as well organized what we have. The TV production, 70 countries in the world that televise it. We have to have more major network around the world. We have to make sure that we never forget that this is a sport event. And we have to be modern as well. We have to add some product to these 2 races, such as the sprint, a new discipline, and what we call the cyclo-sportive and cyclotourism will be important as well, because when you're asking money to the government, they will say yes, year 1, 2, 3, and after that they will say, obviously, we have done our part. Then organizing the cyclo-sportive or cyclotourism will bring economic downfalls for everyone and justify their investment. Then these are all the work that we have to do in the coming years, and we have a table with 4 legs. Leg number 1 are the Grand Prix. Leg number 2, Grand Prix de Montreal. Leg number 3 will be the sprint. And a big leg number 4 will be the cyclo-sportive. Then that will be a complete event and a program that will last for 7 days. That's it.
Thank you, Serge.
C'est bien.